Welcome to Chapter 3, Lesson 6, Write Linear Equations. Our learning target objective for this lesson, write an equation of a line. And we have one vocab word for this lesson, point slope form. Point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. An equation of a line when given the slope and the coordinates of a point on the line that is not the y-intercept. And as always, you may pause the video to write down your definition and then continue when you are ready. Our key concept for this lesson is the point slope form of a linear equation. In words, the linear equation y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1 is written in point slope form, where x1, y1 is a given point on a non-vertical line and m is the slope of the line. And the symbols is our equation, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Let's get into a couple examples here. Write an equation in point slope form for the line that passes through -2, 3 with a slope of 4. As always, I suggest you write down the formula first. That will help you remember it. Y minus y1 equals m times x x1. Then we simply just fill in the parts into our formula. We take y minus our y, which is 3, equals m. M equals our slope, which is 4. And we have x minus our x1, which is a -2. And we can clean that up just a little bit. We'll have our y minus 3 equals 4 times x, and then a minus is a positive, so we have plus 2. And that is our point slope form right there. Now write the slope intercept form of the equation from the example above. So now we want to put in slope intercept form. Well, first we're going to take our point slope form, which we already have, which is y minus 3 equals 4 times x plus 2. And we want to put in slope intercept form. Remember what slope intercept form? Slope intercept y equals mx plus b. That's what we want it to look like. So we got to do a couple things here to move things around. First, we're going to do our order of operations. We have a parenthesis. Can we do anything inside the parenthesis first? X plus 2, no. But we do have a number outside, so we can distribute. So we take our y minus 3 equals, and 4 times x gives us 4x. 4 times a positive 2 gives us a positive 8. Now what do we need to do? We need to get y by itself now. How do we get y by itself? Look on the side that's y. We have a minus 3. Do the opposite to move it. And 3 to both sides. We have y. The 3's will cancel out. Give us our 4x plus 11. And there we have our slope intercept form now. Any questions? Please review the video, write any questions down, as we will be going over examples in class. And we're going to proceed to our next slide, which is another key concept. This is a very important one. Make sure you keep a hold of this one. This is how to write a linear equation. It's all the different ways that we can write a linear equation from a slope and a point. With slope, substitute the slope, m, and the coordinates of the point into our slope intercept formula. Our next one is from slope and y-intercept. Substitute the slope m and the y-intercept into slope intercept. We have our y equals mx plus b. There's another way to write the equation. From a graph, we can find the y-intercept, b, and the slope m from the graph, and then substitute the slope and y-intercept into our slope intercept form again. From 2 points, we use the coordinates of the points to find the slope. Then we can substitute the slope and one of the coordinates into our point slope form. And from a table, we can use the coordinates of 2 points to find the slope, and substitute the slope and one of the coordinate points into slope intercept form again. All 5 of those we are able to do now through our lessons. If any of those give you a problem, I suggest you go back onto the videos, look into your notes, look into worksheets we've done in class, and make sure you understand how to create an equation from any of those things on the left-hand side. Okay, another example. Write an equation in point-slope form and slope-intercept form for the lines that pass through 8, 1, and 2, 9. Well, first of all, we always have to find the slope. So now we're going to have to find slope formula. Remember how to find the slope formula. Slope formulas are m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I said label your points. That way we can do that. First one we come to is 8, 1. So we can, this is x1, y1, and x2, y2. Then we just plug them in. Our y2 is 9 minus 1 over negative 2 minus 8. We get 8 over a negative 10. And we can reduce that to, we can take 2 out of each one, make that a negative 4/5. Negative 4/5, the slope of a negative means it's going to be going from left to right, it'll be going down. Make sure we can understand that. A negative slope means from left to right, our line is going downward. So now we can put something in point slope form because we have a point and we also have our slope. Once again, write the equation down first. It'll help you remember point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, now we're just going to plug in. We'll plug in our ones. That's what we have. Y minus 1 equals our slope, which we just found, negative 4/5, and x minus 8. And there we have our point slope form. Okay, now we have to put it into slope-intercept form. In doing so, we're going to have to distribute our 4/5. So we're going to take our last equation here and turn it into y. So we're going to have y minus 1 equals negative 4/5 x. The negative 4/5 times the negative 8 is going to give us a positive 32/5. And then we just have to get y by itself in y-intercept form. Remember, slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So y by itself, we have to add 1 to both sides. Okay, that will give us y equals negative 4/5 x plus, adding 1 to that gives us 37/5. And there you go. There is our slope-intercept form. Any questions? Please write them down or review the video. And we're going to proceed on to our real-world problem. We have the cost of assistant dog training sessions is shown in the table. Write an equation in point-slope form to represent the cost y of attending X dog sessions. Our cost is y, so that's nice to put in there. X is dog training sessions. That is our X. So what we're going to need to do first is find the slope. Once again, slope form. Slope formula to find our slope. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And as always, label them first as our x and y. That can be our x1, this can be our y1, x2, y2. And now we'll solve. 290 minus our y1, 165 over 10 minus 5. And we'll work that out in the calculator. And that ends up with 125 over 5. Or we can divide that out evenly. Gives us a slope of 5. Now they wanted us to put it into point slope formula. Once again, write down the equation. That'll help you out. Point slope formula. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. And we just fill in y minus our y1 is 165 equals m, our slope, which we just found is 5. X minus our x1 is just 5. And there you have it. That is in point slope form. Okay. Any questions? Please, as I said, write them down so you're thinking of them now, or rewatch the video and bring them into class.